John McCaig with JesusChristTrust.net. Okay, there's a change in the winter pilgrimage. It's going to be to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's going to be during winter, so early winter. So right after the holidays. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I'm not going to be staying at the center. You are, basically. And they have, that's their slow time of year. And so they'll have accommodations no matter what, you're coming by yourself or family. They have family stuff, or they have segregated men and women's. They'll have something. So, what you want to do is fill out this application, and you're going to be staying at the center, and they have times when you can come on and visit. I'll be staying nearby, and I'll come on and visit. They have tea time in Mayor Baba's house and evening entertainment and different things. So I'll just come there, and you'll have a spiritual retreat, and I'll just visit, and you'll have your full spiritual treat. Your retreat, full spiritual treat, but it is a spiritual treat. I mean, I don't think I've ever been any place nicer ever in my lifetime. I've been a lot of places, and I think outside of India, definitely inside of America, it's literally the cheapest place to stay I've ever stayed, including camping. So anywhere, so it's very affordable. They take incredibly great care of everyone. Just start early in the process, getting in touch with them. Have an application process so that no one knows exact dates. It shows up and give you a hard time about anything or anything like that. You're not going to be associated with me when you're going or anything like that. You're just having an experience with God, a pilgrimage yourself, and there'll be some other people on the center too at the same time. And people there can choose. It's one of the few places, right? Because Bear Baba was silent. You could choose to be silent while you're there during your retreat, or a part of the retreat, a day, or you could partake in that, and everyone will get it there. So when you give up something for God, fasting in some way that has very high value, high spiritual value to God, and is rewarded, because you're trying to you see the clock ticking, and you're crying out for God, so you want to meet with God. And Mayor Baba set up two places aside inside this earth that are places of pilgrimage, and he calls them his home in the east, his home in the west. So this is his home in the west, and I'm not going to India this winter. It's just really not enough time to get it organized and for everyone to be comfortable going and stuff like that. Those people that did get your passport and your visa to go to India, let's do this piece first. Because my goal is, yes, everyone gets to God before the end of time. Wouldn't that be great? So we don't have to do it in one day. In fact, my goal is to not, have people, crack the vessel, get too much God all at once, but yet enter a process that you're comfortable with. And, a place of pilgrimage like this, I always felt was, home to me, really. So, because you lose your home in the world, because the world doesn't have a home for you anymore. It doesn't, you no longer have the desire to be here. And this is a place you can go and, just sit with that. And it's because Mayor Baba was silent, it's very quiet there. It's incredibly beautiful. There are great trails for walking. There's a like half a mile, I think, or more of beachfront in Myrtle Beach that is just woods or whatever. There are no high rises, nothing in front of this place. This is oceanfront. It has a giant lake, and it has a lot of walking trails. It's thousands of acres, I think, and so it's amazing right where it is. Um, I forget how many acres it is, but there's plenty of. It's all very quiet, and not many people are going to be there. Very few. And there's always a night watchman. You're very careful here. There's a gate. No one can come to this place. Okay, it's gated in and out. No one can come past 10 p.m. It's very safe, secure, quiet, peaceful place. The most quiet, peaceful place I've ever been, ever. So I really recommend it because at some point, you can. There's only so far you could go, and my job as prophet, as saint, and so on is, to send people to God, and to give you a structure so that you can commune with God yourself. Like, I'm not trying to be the one that you need ultimately to get to God. No, I could just give you some information, and you have questions, answer them. I give you the truth of the situation so that you have it, so you can make appropriate decisions on your actions and what you're going to do spiritually and the time you're going to give to God and what you're going to focus on and so on. I can answer those questions, but ultimately you have to form your individual one-on-one relationship with God. And, you need a place where if you want to be touched by God and go up, spiritually, God, it meets with you. You get, you lose the view of this world when you meet with God. So there has to be a special time and a place set aside to do that. And, God can set it aside and, can do anything. But isn't it a process you're supposed to be embarking on to give a place for God to come and meet with you and answer all your questions and be one with God the way God has done with me and previous individuals who have, Christ consciousness, God realization, etc., have achieved, bodhisattva. There are lots of words for it, but each individual has to do the same thing. Okay? All right. So this is, please fill out the application. I will be contacting you. Please get in the classroom. I'll probably contact you there. Ultimately, I'll get an email that you applied. But what's going to happen is I'm gonna get in touch with you and let you know that okay, you passed the application process and this is when the time is and kind of generally what you have to do and so on. Okay, so you're going to have to get a tour and stuff when you get there. You're going to have to, apply to go and visit and all that stuff. They're very sweet about it. It's the same for everyone. And they'll give you a complete tour of the place and let you know everything about everything and blah, blah, blah. It really is, they're wonderful about it. I recommend you do it. Then you'll understand where you are. And it's really such a peaceful place, and it's set up to be that way by Bear Mama. So anyone that can, I recommend it. I don't think money is really an issue for going. Obviously, time and money, and all that. I get that, but how many times am I going to do this? I can't say. I can't say that I'll ever do it again. Honestly, because I'm embarking on a process of I've got a lot to do. Like, how many souls are in this dome, you see? So I've got to give the people that have the knowledge up to this point, I've got to give them the spiritual structure and, ability, a place to go level up, if you will. So they could serve in the hierarchy and move forward to help others, not just help themselves. It's not it takes a while, okay? Like, you have to, there are stages in this process. So the sooner you begin, the sooner you achieve what you're trying to achieve, which is the same thing everyone has to achieve. No one has to achieve anything differently. They're just different paths to get there. Okay. All right, so please fill out the winter pilgrimage thing if you're interested in going. Hopefully this opens up to more people, and you're going to be staying there at a time. I'll let you know who else is there and stuff, so you can, you know, meet them and so on, and visit with them and talk with them, and they have community kitchens there and gathering places, and the best library on spiritual anything, the best view and the best books. Yeah, you'll never want to leave if you go to the library. Anyway, so I could go on and on about this for a long time, but I really recommend it to anyone. If you try to achieve what I've achieved, why don't you do the things that I did that anyone could do to achieve what I've done? You see? And they make it easy to do it here. There are steps, it takes time and so on. You have to take time out for it. But listen, if you listen to this and you think to yourself, oh, I don't know if I have time or money, what are you saying? You're saying that God who runs everything, right? God who runs everything said you're supposed to take a pilgrimage, but God can't run your life while you're not in it and fix everything better than you can. This is a spiritual hack. Do you understand? If you exit your life to go commune with God, Mayor Baba has said, I will fix your life while you're away, basically. You see what I'm saying? You don't think that's possible. Then you don't think God is real. Do you understand? And you shouldn't be with me. And you shouldn't be on the spiritual path. You shouldn't do it because you're not trusting in God. You have to 100% trust in God. You see what I'm saying? 100%. When I went to India the first time, uh, I could I had less than $100 in a bank account when I went for a month. Okay, you have to, when a retreat happens, you have to make it happen. Doesn't matter what you have to do. You have to do it. You understand? Okay. Winter pilgrimage.